2026 here in Toronto. It's my pleasure to have the head of capital markets of Sendero Resources here with me, Jeremy Gillis. How are you doing, Jeremy?
I'm wonderful today. Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, let's begin by maybe giving us a bit about the background of the company, overview of the Sendero Resources.
Sendero Resources, a junior exploration company listed on the TSX Venture with the ticker symbol SEND. We have a large land package in the Vicuña in Argentina, close by some of the largest discoveries in the last 20 years. It's a copper gold story, and we don't just benefit from having good rocks which are in the right place, we also unusually have very good people, all wrapped up in a very small company with only 26 million shares outstanding.
So copper continues to grow in the demand, and along with copper gold, how does your company position itself to grow along with it?
I think there is a disconnect in the market, and interestingly, Argentina has a ferocious mining pedigree. Most of the major mining companies in the world have been operating there. Our biggest sponsor and shareholder, Peter Marrone, who founded Yamana, used to operate the largest copper mine in Argentina. We've built mines in Argentina. They're certainly open for business. It has a mineral endowment that you do not see in many places in the world. So we're certainly in the right place, and we think that the world is just waking up to the fact that Argentina is certainly open for business, and it's big elephant country.
So talking about your project, Peñas Negras shows similarities to some of the major nearby deposits and this encouraging drill results. So what does this indicate about this discovery potential here, and what are your next steps?
I think if one looks at the history, we have a 211 square kilometer landmass. That's twice the size of Paris. All of the drill holes, 80 drill holes, are all mineralized. Now, this is a game of risk. So what we found amazing about this property is every hole was mineralized. This game, usually you have a 97% chance of failure. The fact that we're starting with proven rocks is good. You mentioned the neighbors, which have been made famous by their huge discoveries. The smart money got into NGEx in 2009 when it was a $40 million company. They've since spun out $15-16 billion worth of assets. And when we have a look at their methodic exploration over 17 years, we then have a free carry through into all of that publicly available data to really go and understand this system. And even if we have a look at the similarities to our historic drilling, we see a huge amount of similarities. So we don't just have a closeology play, we don't just have the same rocks. They've actually provided to us the game plan of how to go and find these major deposits, because they have spent 17 years working on their property, putting out technical information to the market, a roadmap to what we should be doing to go and help us, and it hasn't cost us anything.
So let's talk a bit about the capital side of things, since you're the head of the capital markets. You recently closed two financing, the total of $6 million plus. And can you highlight some of the major shareholders in this financing? How are you going to use these funds to do the exploration?
So we're very fortunate. When we got involved in the company, we had to roll it back. So there were only 7 million shares. Today, we only have 26 million shares, which is tiny compared to most juniors. So with this very tight cap structure, should we be fortunate to have the very good news that we think is coming, with that cap structure, it's a body of water the size of Niagara Falls trying to get through a garden hose. This thing can propel into the stratosphere. Alongside this very tight cap structure, we are exceptionally fortunate. We have a gentleman called Peter Marrone, founder of Yamana, founder of Allied Gold, who's a mine builder. Alongside Peter, we have an Argentine billionaire called Eduardo Elstein. And we also were very fortunate to have a merchant bank financier, Pat DiCapo from Power One Capital. Now, with that kind of bench strength, people should be taking notice, because what we see in this business is it's all about people. So we not only have the right technical people, but we have people who understand Argentina, understand mine building, and have access to capital. And it's why we've been able to raise money at incrementally higher rates. We raised money to go and execute a drill program that we think, even though this company has gone from $1 million valuation to a 40 million valuation, we are still very cheap compared to our peers. And we think with some good news, with those people and that cap structure, this can go much, much higher.
So as you mentioned, your project is situated in Argentina's Vicuña belt. So what are some of the advantages of having a project in the region, or by the government? Any sort of support? Are they supportive of the mining there?
So in our experience, it's not the jurisdiction that you're in, it's your ability to operate. So the fact that Peter is the last person to have built a mine in Argentina, we certainly understand the place. On top of that, as you mentioned, the neighbors in this Vicuña, whether it's the roads that they're building or the billions of dollars worth of infrastructure that they are putting in, we get a free carry through on that. So we couldn't be in a better place. So we're delighted with that. On top of that, we have the huge support, unwavering support of La Rioja. We just had a meeting yesterday with the delegation here at PDAC. They have been very supportive of our efforts. They want responsible mining, and they have, even if it was when we needed help with permits or changing the option agreement on some ground, they've been super, super, super supportive. So because they want us, as we've done in other provinces, through Humana, you build mines, you create jobs. So Argentina is definitely open for business on a national level. We also have that provincial support.
So my last question for you is about your share price and outlook. You guys performed absolutely well in the last 12 months, but is this still just the beginning? Or what more room to grow? What kind of catalysts and milestones and investors are looking for?
So as more people find out about this story, which is, if I'm selling gold bars on top of Mount Everest for $1, there's no passing trade. Nobody knows we exist because we wanted to fix the company. So what are the upcoming catalysts? We have field work going on where we believe that with those results, we will not only normalize, but go a lot higher. On top of that, the peer group as a whole is trading higher than us. Now, we're really happy to be able to provide value to shareholders because we own 65-70% of the company. And I think it's why the smart people have invested in the company and taken big positions, because they know with the data that we've seen, with all of that historic mineralization, if we go and do anything similar to what the neighbors have done, and we have a market cap similar to them in 2009, $40 million. They went and created billions of dollars worth of value. But there's one difference. Today we're in an environment of $5,000 gold. When they started, they were at $500 gold. So the size of the prize is colossal. And we think that, again, we can still create a lot of value for shareholders.
Thank you for your time for sharing your story with us here, Jeremy.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for your time.